Hello, my name is Garx82, and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. I am just doing a whole bunch of processing here, kind of just getting some rutile and all sorts of stuff, magnesium. I did realize if I put chromites through the thermal centrifuge as well, I also get magnesium from that. So that is another possibility. I don't know if I'm going to need to do that, but and if I pulverize it down, I even get another chance. So I think that's probably a good idea to process a bit more. I did go farm up some magnesite, and I just pulverized that, and I'm smelting that down. And that just gives me pure magnesium. So there's a whole vein for that. So that's the easiest way to get it, I think. But as we can see here, one of the things I need to build is a lathe. And it needs a diamond, and I went to go put a regular diamond in there, and it didn't work, so it does actually need a industrial diamond. They are not ore dictionaried for this. Now, there's a couple ways to get this. These are regular diamonds. Unfortunately, it shows both. You can't just do industrial diamond. So these with the gems or whatever are all just a regular diamond. That wasn't showing what I wanted it to show. Yeah, so here we go. So there's this coal chunk plus 2 TNT gets the industrial diamond. Or there's other ones, 4 dust plus some TNT. But if we can see, the dust plus the TNT needs a lot more. Whereas this coal chunk needs 2 industrial TNT. I think the other one needs 8. Yeah, right here. You do get 3 out of it. But with 8, you could actually get 4 of the other ones if I do coal chunks. And coal chunks are just a block of coal around a compressed coal ball. And there's 2 ways to do this. You can either compress that or just combine coal powder with flint. So that's what I ended up doing. Now I just realized I don't have that. Now let's grab these. So I got, for this stack, I got 5 extra. So not the greatest, but hey, every little bit helps, right? So we will compress that down. How long does this take? Oh, only 30 seconds. But that's actually a pretty cool recipe. I like that recipe. Because originally you had to do... Is this one like basically the same? Yeah, it's basically the same. You would have to do this, and then these you would have to compress with these, and then these where you get to get coal dust in a mixer, and this just kind of skips a step, which is pretty nice. Alright, so there is those. Let's go grab the industrial diamond here. Just make sure my output isn't full. And there we go. So there is my advanced lathe. I don't know if there is a quest for that. Doesn't seem like it. But I needed an ender eye plate so I can do the better circuits. So there we go. All right. Now I also need to do the titanium. So let me come back when I get a little bit farther with that. I just kind of wanted to show the industrial TNT or the industrial diamond recipe. Alright, as I was kind of processing all my things here, I was looking at what to do with this ilmenite, thinking maybe I could get some dust from it. But it looks like the only thing you can do with it is put it through a blast furnace with some carbon, but you do get 4 per... yeah, you get 4 per rutile, so you get a decent amount from the ilmenite. It's a 1-to-1 too, so let me just go ahead and... Where's all my dust? I have tons of diamond dust. Alright. Yeah, I really need to get a better input bus here for sure. I think it just goes like that, right? Yep. I gotta be careful with the outputs as well, so it doesn't... I know I keep saying that, but... Alright, so it is 40 seconds. It's not the fastest of recipes here, but... we'll throw that in there. Alright, and then... yeah, there we go. So tons of carbon from that. Alright, so we're getting the rutile. Wow, I got 6. I just realized I got 6 rutile from that. I put a stack in and I already got 6. So that was a really good kind of ratio. Alright, but this is going to be using so much salt or chlorine. This is 4 each that I think I may need to really look into getting... I mean, for now I can do rock salt, but man, that is a bit of a pain. Because I have to go mine it and all sorts. So maybe it is time to look into getting a fluid drilling rig and hit up the moon. Although I didn't find any patches with salt water. That is a bit of an issue. Anyway, let's we'll come back and when I figure out what I want to do next. All right, so we got our titanium here, so let's throw it in there and get some titanium ingots. Unless I have done something wrong here. Or, oh, did I? Probably helps if I put them in the input, not the output. Ah, there we go. All right, so 7 seconds, and we will finally get our titanium, which feels pretty good. I have been kind of looking up recipes. I did some research to get the ender tank recipe. I was curious, and we can do everything except for the sensors, and the V required is too high for us at the moment. But we're not far off that, so that is definitely something to keep in mind. Because I want to hopefully pumping the salt water, which first of all I need to find an actual saltwater, like a saltwater vein, I guess you would call it, or a lake, whatever it would be. I would have to find one first. But getting it back here is another issue entirely. I mean, I could just do like a few of these, you know, like 8 of those, and that's 60, that's 8 stacks of chlorine. I mean, that is quite a lot, but I would like to transport it back. But yeah, can't make the IV components yet because they require tungsten steel. All right, but hopefully this will be... Yep, just a few more ingots here. And the question is, what do we want to build with our titanium? Because this opens up quite a lot of different things. One of them, which requires stacks of titanium, so we're not quite there yet, What is this combustion engine? It is basically a upgrade. It's the next upgrade of this combustion generator, but it will be a multi-block. That is one thing we can work towards. The other one, we do drilling here. I could do the upgraded oil rig. So as opposed to doing one chunk, it'll do 16 chunks, I think it does. So it will get me a lot more oil, which what I was thinking was possibly, because I believe, yeah, it needs titanium. So all the steel parts, like all the actual thing that's sort of will be titanium instead. And then what I was thinking was I could take all these parts that I'm using for that and make use it for the fluid drilling rig. So I'd make the I would just use this. I think it's all the same. Yeah. All right, so the main computer is all the same. So I would just take that and use that to pump salt water. Is what I was thinking. I was going to have to create a new computer, but that is so that is one thing to possibly work towards. The other thing is actually getting oil drilling plants, which would help me with my ores and stuff. And what this does is actually, when it drills the ores, when it mines the ores, it actually macerates them down, but it has a fortune bonus of 5. So you actually get, it pre-macerates them for you, and you get a fortune bonus. So I mean, you'll just be swimming in stacks and stacks of ores. So I'm almost thinking that maybe I want to create this thing next, and it needs titanium is the main thing here. So workstations we can finally do EV hulls, and then the motors. I haven't even looked at the motors. They're just annealed copper, aluminum, and titanium. Magnetic neodymium. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go get some of that. I think that is in the bastonite vein on the moon. So if I want to do components for that, I'm going to have to go ahead and get that. But there we go. There is our titanium. Let's go ahead and claim that. I really need to look at enchanting these and seeing what you get from the enchanted ones. That opens up a rock cutter. I'm probably not going to do a rock cutter. I do get some titanium from it, but I feel like that's not a good use. It gets silk touch, I think. Yeah, maybe. I can get silk touch on a tinker's tool. Let's go get this last chip here for this quest. I'm kind of jumping all over again. But there is the Ender Eye. I don't know if I'll ever use that little tiny dust. We're good in here, right? So Ender Eye. Ender Pearl. Man, there's 3 different things here, and they're all all very similar colors. It's hard to keep track of. Alright, but this will finally get us this quest. And I think, I mean, there's batteries and random things. These 2 quests are for rubber, the 2 different types of rubber. But I think I probably need to head to the moon maybe and finish these couple quests up maybe. Unfortunately, it did not open up the... I might have to do these first before it opens up the quest line in EV, I think. But the other thing I need to kind of start thinking about is chunk loading. Because if I'm drilling stuff on the moon, I'm going to have to I'll have to have it chunk loaded, otherwise it won't, unless I'm standing there draining all my oxygen. Anyway, but there's quite a few things that I want to kind of get into here moving forward. So like I said, titanium opens up quite a lot. I'm getting so many coins that I don't really use. But I am curious what opens up the next chapter. And there is the last of the chips here. There we go. So we get 32 of one and 16 of the other. I did notice the clean room had a problem, so I had to fix it with the maintenance, and it was running at 90%, and I didn't realize. So I was actually having a chance to lose items when I was doing it in there. So yeah, got to be careful with the maintenance. The boiler also had something, a problem with it, but since it was burning already, I think it takes account of when it starts burning the fuel in the first place. So it hadn't dropped, but it did have a problem that I had to have fixed. All right, so there's the under eye lens that I don't need. I don't need any of those. I have both. All right, so what does this ask me? 4 data sticks? Yeah. Fortunately, I have all this stuff. I don't know. I mean, this stuff's so easy to get. I'll take those probably. I mean, these are easy. These are easy. Fine red oil is a bit annoying. Plastic circuit boards. Yeah, I'll probably end up doing this. So the NAND, and I get a bunch from that. All right, so I'm just probably gonna have that. I'll do. Data sticks aren't bad to have, although I need to make sure I get the right one. Ender Pearl. All right, so we'll get that going. Anyway, I did look up what is locking the next quest, and it is it's this quest right here that I need to complete to open up the next thing. So what I'm going to do is fly to the moon, and I'd have both these veins I found. So we will get all my stuff here, and let's open up the next quest the next age in the quest book. All right, I am on the moon, and just for the record, the advanced combustion generator does work. I wasn't 100% sure because, you know, regular torches don't work because there's no oxygen. So I didn't know if this would actually work, but it does work. And I did remember to bring ladders this time so I could actually get down. But one thing I wanted to point out is it is getting all the stuff we need, but actually, I just realized it is picking up another vein. I just realized that. I'm like, wait, that's not pulling up the stuff I actually need. Oh well. Well, there must be another vein around here somewhere. I don't know which direction it is, but it's picking up bauxite. So it must be like one of these somewhere. I just realized that, which isn't terrible. But I did want to point out that I'm getting a ton of crushed meteoric iron ore, which was found in those little tiny, like these things. So I was thinking I was going to have to like fly all over the place looking for tiny little things of iron, but it does appear they are spawning underneath, and this is a much easier way to get the iron, because we need that to upgrade to the I don't know if that will let do it. Tier 2 rocket. If we take a look, it needs heavy duty plates, tier 2, and those are just the other ones, plus this compressed. Do I have to do? No. So it looks like. Oh, if you silk touch these, I wonder if you could silk touch them. So yeah, just the iron into that. How do you get the steel? Because isn't this steel? Heavy duty alloy ingot 2. So how do we get this? Oh, okay, it's just the iron plus the. Okay, gotcha. And then you compress this down even more. But man, that requires 4 industrial TNT to get that. You do get tungsten steel dust off of it, though. That's kind of cool. Oh, you need tungsten steel. Just kidding. So we're not quite there yet. We can't do tungsten steel. We still need to upgrade our blast furnace. What is the next thing? Is tungsten steel? I thought we couldn't do tungsten steel yet. Oh, yeah, we can. The thing is, I need to. I'm not quite there yet with my power, so I can do it, but I need a second HV input. So 1 ingot requires almost 5 million EU. So I am not quite there yet. I can do, yeah, okay. The 3000 Kelvin kind of threw me. I was thinking I didn't have that high, but I do. All right, anyway, let me continue to get this. And yeah, unfortunately, like I said, I don't have a chunk loader here yet, so I'm kind of just have to hang out and use up all my oxygen. But yeah, we'll be back when I get all the stuff I need. All right, I am back, and as I was kind of about to cook up my meteoric iron, I realized, okay, we can put it in the blast furnace and get the meteoric iron ingots, and then we can turn that into the plates that I need. But there's also this meteoric steel ingot if you add oxygen. Now, I noticed it's a little confusing because this says it needs compressed meteoric steel, but to get these you need the meteoric iron, and the meteoric steel does not work in that. So you have to be very careful with how you cook up this iron dust, because you don't want the meteoric steel, even though this says compressed meteoric steel plates. And I haven't found a use other than like tools for this stuff. So I only see like the tools, which it's nothing fancy. It's not too bad, but there's no other use for this as I'm finding, unless I'm maybe missing something. I don't know. What about this? Is this something? No. See, there's like no uses for this. Yeah. So yeah, just be careful when you're smelting this up that you turn it into iron, even though these medium oxygen things say it needs that. And I also just realized I have no steel, do I? No, I am out of steel. So a bunch of crafting up for that to get the oxygen that I need. Now, I'll throw this in here. Oh nice, I got 10 extra magnesium from that. I guess I could go throw this in my electrolyzer and get a bunch of chrome from that, so that is really good. One of the issues with this is it creates a lot of oxygen, and I don't have it hooked up to my oxygen line. Anyway, so there is the chrome. That is awesome. So I don't have to go through the ruby way. I can go mine out those chromite things. Anyway, so there's that. I'm going to craft up a few of these medium oxygen tanks because the light ones I was going through pretty quick, and these are easy enough to make. I just need some of this meteor iron, and I got a bunch of that from my miner. All right, this has just been oh, I better turn this off. Yeah, I'm going to turn that off for now. I just had that going, and then I built up a big buffer, so I kind of want to turn that off. Anyway, I did open up the next quest. Let's take a look at those. So here we go. Let's claim that. We'll claim that. I'm sure I got those. Oh, I did find out what these are used for, and it's a very end game kind of thing. So we will get to that much later dates, but there is one thing you can buy with them. But there is this quest for Rutile. It's just to kind of help you make the titanium, but I've already done that. So I do know how it's made, but I will... I don't have this. Maybe I'll invest in this. I kind of do want to replace all these at some point, all my machines with the HV variants, but that's hundreds of stainless steel, so we're not quite at that point yet. But that is pretty much it for this chapter. I'll probably do these two just because they're technically required kind of quests, but there we go. That opened up the next chapter, and the main goal here is to get a tier 2 rocket and reach Mars. So apparently that's the EV age is kind of the goal. You might want to rethink your power setup as more and more machines will be upgraded. This quest will teach you about a couple options you have regarding power production. I have a ton of this stuff. I have no idea why it needs that. Maybe it just has a gate kind of thing. And we need an EV machine hull, which we need aluminum cables now. I've never done those before, but yep, it still works in there. I'm assuming it will work with the rubber as well. I know the higher tier cables need more than just rubber. All right, there is that. And I need the titanium. I don't, I'm going to do leave a circuit with one over here. And I should also, well, I don't need that one anymore. That was when I was doing obsidian, wasn't it? Although I may need it again. I don't know. Maybe I should have 3 circuits over here. Anyway. Wait, I'm confusing myself here. The 9 was supposed to be a 1. That's what I wanted to do. There we go. And then that. Yeah, just because that's so much faster. But I'm still doing it like the old school way in my old... Ooh, I'm out of polyethylene. Oh, time to turn this machine on. I gotta remember how... So that goes to the right. That goes to the right. That goes to the right. There we go. I gotta do something about this tiny carbons. Do I have a thing? No, that's ash, isn't it? Yeah. All these tiny dusts get pretty annoying after a while. Alright, so I'm assuming 8 plates in there. Yep, that does work. I think it's the next tier that doesn't work. Oh, okay, wait. Oh, did I not put enough? Yeah, okay. So that works. I think it may be the next tier that I need something different. Yeah, it needs polytetra. It needs Teflon. Anyway, so there is my machine hall. We'll claim that. And that opened up all sorts of things in this. So we got radon. What else we got? Indium for better circuits. This was such an annoying process. I remember this from Greg Block. Better circuits. Here we go. There's the different dimensions. So Mars. Oh, so we get tungsten. So Mars is where we get tungsten steel from. So that's cool. I'm curious what all this stuff actually does. I don't really know. Oh, we got drums. All right, so is this... Okay, so let me... I haven't even thought about drums. All right, so drum needs meteoric steel. All right, so that's cool. That's good to know. That's one use for that. I'm not even gonna look at that. So that's something to think about. Superconductors, these things are so overpriced, I think, for what they do. A pump per wire, or 3 wires, that is absolutely crazy. Anyway, let's go, and before we wrap up this episode, I will take a look at some of this stuff. I did think about pulverizing that. The QED, interesting. Needs titanium and all sorts of stuff. Alternexus. Interesting. But why don't we go ahead and do one last thing, and that I wanted to check out because I'm a little curious how it works. Is the space station. So let's grab some iron, tin, and aluminum. Iron. Tin, and am I short on tin? I am short on tin. How much do I need? I need a couple, don't I? Let's put them all in there. I don't have to grind this down, do I? No, I can just smelt it. Luckily, this thing is pretty quick. Alright, so we'll get this going, and let's craft up the... Or let's get the... Oh my goodness, what am I trying to say? The space station, and check it out before we quit. So let's just double check. I have all that. I do have oxygen. I don't have a ton. Let's bring some of that, and I need some fuel, and I really don't know how you get back from the space station. And that is something I really don't know, actually. So let's check that out. And hopefully this episode won't be too long. This thing would hurry up a bit here. Alright, so we got our fuel, we got our oxygen. And I'll bring the fluid or the fuel loader just in case. I wonder if I should bring... I'll worry about that kind of when I know more of what the space station looks like. Alright, so there is that. I guess we'll take the spin thruster. I don't know what the standard wrench does. Galacticraft. I don't know if you need that or not, but alright. I think I have everything. Let's go and check this out, and hopefully I don't die. And I'm going to take this just in case, but where... I don't have my battery. That would have been bad, because I wouldn't have been able to power it anyway. Did I put that in here, maybe? Yeah. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, we'll take that with. I should have... Apparently I didn't put fuel in here. Alright, I will meet you up in space. Alright, we made it to space. So let's go ahead and create the space station. I have no idea how this works. Oh, there we are. So do you just click on it and launch at it? And I'm assuming it's going to be another dimension. I don't know if it builds it or how does it... Okay, it does build it. Like that. Okay, and then there is my... Oh, okay, so I am floating, and I'm not... How do I... I don't want to, like, float away. I'm a little worried here. There is that. I guess we'll take that. But yeah, we are in space. I don't want to fall, but there is the Earth, so that's pretty cool. I don't know what I'm going to do up here in space. I don't know if we'll build anything up here, but I just thought it would be kind of cool. But maybe at some point I will build some walls and we can check out how the like the oxygen, filling it up with oxygen and stuff. But yeah, I can't go up and down, so I'm not sure if I'm hitting the wrong thing or what with that. But anyway, oh my god. That could have been bad, but now I can't float down. So there we go. We'll leave that on there. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching and have a good one.